Hey everyone, hey, this is Greg. Um, Finished session 7 yesterday, and um, someone put a comment up about session 6 and about the ability to change your story and your adventure because it's your solo game. And after Serene died, I know it's difficult when you lose characters. They just kind of live with you for a little while, right? And so I just thought that I kept thinking about the story and the comment that I got, and I tried to think, is there something that's already in my story that could help Serene survive? And I think there would be one instance, and that I think that she could have a chance of survival. And so what I'm wanting to do, I'm not going to tell you that chance until I roll these dice. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it based upon the ShadowDark rules, and that says, unlikely or impossible, even check, or likely or certain. I am going to make the roll to see if what came to me as an idea happens. So here we go. So I've got my 2. We'll make it a unlikely or impossible check, and I got my 2d20, and we're going to see this roll. If this roll is yes, I will tell you, I will just play the story out. So let's see what happens. Yes. And both of them are even, so there's no twist. There's no, an odd number would be a but. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. As Serene gets swiped by the violet fungus, she goes down. And I rolled in an impossible, so I got yes on it that this happens. If you remember back when we lost a character, but the character didn't die, it said when he died that it had, can't remember exactly, I should have had it in one of my games. Evolved knowledge. Okay, so Imrie, my wizard, when he died, I rolled to see if he was going to be if he died, and he didn't die. Remember, the vampire killed him, and so I, as one of my questions, put, is he turned to a vampire undead? It said yes, but. And then when I rolled my oracle, it was evolved knowledge. So therefore he is undead, yet a part of his living soul still exists in his body. And I guess I'd be kind of undead, but so he is to try to find the knowledge. And so the knowledge that he had come to is about this spike that the witch had. And so he has found where this is located in, and because of this impossible roll, he shows up. So Imrie shows up, and let me go back and get my characters here, and I hope I kept Imrie's character sheet. I did. It's right here on Serene's old character sheet. Sweet. So Imrie shows up, and so what that's going to allow me to do is it's going to allow, and this might not mean that Serene does not die in the long run, but what this does is it gives her a chance. And I know I read the other adventure with my Grim Warden, with Hemel, and I'm going to continue those adventures. I think I'm going to rotate back and forth. I'm going to try to get at least a couple videos up a week, just because I have so much time. Not so much time. I don't really have little pun time. But I have so much fun playing with these characters. So Imrie shows up, the background ranger, and so he comes into the picture, and he is going to. All right, so let me roll. So let me get my dice back over here. I like the D4 that's a triangle. All right, so get my D4. I'm kind of excited. Now I want you to all just go down into flames, but my D4, 3 rounds. So he has 3 rounds to stabilize her. So he comes into the picture, he sees her goes down, he sees the violet fungus attacking. He's going to fire a magic missile. And so he will roll his magic missile. 13. Yep, that's all he needed, because he needed to get over 10 plus the level of the spell, which is 1. So he fires the magic missile. Fire missile does 1d4. Does 4. And if you remembered, he was down to 7, so he is down to 3. So he will make a morale check. And also, by the way, if y'all didn't watch Kelsey building the paladin class, which is cool, because I would rather Imrie be a paladin. But what's interesting, it's also interesting, side note while I look this up, the priest class for the lawful alignment, which is going to be odd, is a paladin. So how does those going to work? With I have a 9th level paladin priest, but then you have the paladin class. I wonder how that will be worked out. Probably won't be, just probably someone starting as a paladin. So, morale check. It's a morale, large groups, DC wisdom, dark dice for them. 7, they fail. So basically, they're not really going too far. Their tentacles come back, and Imrie rushes up and grabs Serene, and so he's going to roll. He's got 3 turns to see if he can. Natural 20. So he brings her back with 1 hit point. So he brings her back up, and so she is back on her feet, and she is surprised. She's like, to see Imrie's face. And Imrie is he looks ghastly. He doesn't really have to eat because he's still undead and stuff, and he kind of looks that thing on his face, but he has a whiteness, a paleness to him, and he's like, good to see you, and she's like, and so she will so they turn and they go up the hill, because it was her failure to make it. Well, I guess she would have to continue to try to make it up the hill. And so she is like, what are you here? And he's like, I'm here for that. I'm here for the spike. And so as he goes up the hill, they're going to have to make well, you know what, I'll roll an oracle. Does it mean that because he got the fungus that he'll be able to make it up the hill? 17, yes. Yes, but only one of them can go. That will be my butt. And so he says, I will be back, and he leaves her, because bringing her back with a 20, I think it gives her 1 hit point, if I remember properly. Again, I play a whole bunch of I'm reading a bunch of games, so sometimes I forget what the rules are. Could be in combat. 88. Someone's probably screaming at me. Yes, you're right. If you roll 20s, you're back. Stabilize. Yep, character rises 1 hit point. Alright, so she rises with 1 hit point. So she stays at the bottom of the hill. He makes it up, and he grabs the iron spike. And so so this iron spike has to have some kind of, it's a cold iron spike in which so he takes the spike and he comes back down the hill, and he goes he picks up Serene, and they head back through the forest, through the Mirkwood, to back where the vermin is. And well, I guess he really don't have to go back there because she owns the Mirkwood. So he grabs the spike, he comes down the hill, and as he comes down the hill and he's out of the danger area of the violet fungus, the witch appears, and she says, she looks at him and she's like, oh, young mage, I see you found the spike. And he's like, yes. He's like, it's important. Like, and she says, oh yes, it's very important. And she says, are you willing to take the spike in order to be able to find your freedom? And she says, yes. He says, of course. And so I kind of blended some Brandon Sanderson. Now that I think about it, some of his Mistborn with the spikes. And so she says, but if I do this, you owe me. And he said, yes, I will owe you whatever it takes. And so she takes him, and she takes him to a clearing, and she draws the spells out, and she tells him to lay there, and he lays down, and she takes the iron spike and she holds it over her chest, and since there's no hammers in the game, oh my goodness, she grabs a spike, a spike with a rock, and she's holding it over him, and Serene is standing there looking like not really knowing what to do, but Imrie looks over and he tells her it will be all right. And so the witch will drive the spike into his chest, and he's gonna his back bows, and he kind of in pain, but as the spike seems to go into his chest, it kind of melds back. It goes in, but it starts to meld into his, and it disappears, and there's no blood, and he gets his complexion back, and he gets his blood back, and he comes back to life. And so however, what he has been doing into this time to invoke knowledge is he is going to have been invoked knowledge. He has been gathering knowledge on the vampire that had shown up, and as he's wondered how he got free, I don't know, and I'm not going to worry about it. Maybe I'll think about it some. So he frees. He is back to life. He brings Serene back to life. And so what that does is it puts Serene and Imrie back. And so on my next session with Serene and Imrie, I'm going to continue their story, but he owes this witch, and I need to get this witch's a name. You know what? Cursed Scroll might have some names in here. Man, I can't find my other two Cursed Scrolls, by the way, because I dig through this. Get this thing out. I had to put them somewhere. I got so much stuff at the house. Titles. So she's got to be a Bala. See, there's some names in here. She might not have put names in here. Did she put names in here? The Gloaming. Very cool. Sometimes I forget I'm recording. Let's see. Gloaming titles. No, she didn't put names in here. Very interesting. I thought she would. So Kelsey's not perfect. She's so she didn't put any names in here. I mean, I guess because this is a character. She has titles. All right, cool. But you know what? I can make one up because guess what we have? She's like, I don't have to put names and stuff, you moron. I have them in here. I have a name generator, NPC name generator. 128. My story made a twist. Plus, I was reading my fantasy novel, and it's just funny how little things, little twists, and I think it would be just great for the story. So, let's do the NPC names. What are some D20s? I got enough. 14. R-I. So my witch's name is R-I-S-E-N. 6. Well, Rising Boring. That is her name, Rising Boring. Or could it be Rise Jin? If I made it a 6. I like the E-N-E. I'm just going to take the Rising off, and I'm just going to have her name Boring. My witch, Boring. Boring, I like that. Boring is going to be her name. And I'm going to roll a little oracle on here, kind of find out, like, what does she want? What is something that she desires? Give me something to think about for the next mission. Yep. This is going to be a quick video tonight. I was just sitting around, I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know, this would be a, let's give it a shot, you know, because there's a possibility that she wouldn't have, she wouldn't have rolled. Endure. I don't like endure. Animal. Oh, jeez Louise. Oh, so that'd be endure. It's going to endure something. Endure battle. That's what it's going to be. So she is in a battle. And of course, she's in a battle with the vampire. So, because the vampire had stolen the, if you remember when I rolled on the back here, it was cold iron spike that where was it? Belongs to a witch who wants it back. Okay, so so she got so she can see, you know, as a seer and stuff, she can see how things are going. Like I said, I'm reading a David Gemmell book, and it's all about prophecies and things coming together. So Marina the witch has been able to, through her visions, she's able to see the defeat of this vampire, but it has to come with a spike, and the spike is the ability to rejuvenate. I mean, who would want the vampire more revenge on the vampire more? I'm sorry guys, I can't think today. Who would want revenge on the vampire more than Imrie, right? And so now Imrie is going to continue his crusade against, now that he is brought back to life, and Boring has given them, so she gives back her cloak to Serene. So she's gonna get her cloak back. Her cloak of elven kind. Okay, and she is going to get some experience points. And so, so she's going to get experience points. I told you what I was going to do is I'm just going to roll a d10, and and for each adventure I go, that's the way I'm going to just award experience points, because I'm not really playing a game of them going in and finding treasure, and that treasure gives them stuff. I think just the easiest thing to do is just to roll a d10 after every single adventure, and what that will do is it will give them experience points, and it will give them experience points. Just an easy way to do it. And probably what I'll do is I'll roll a d10. Really gold. I ain't really too worried about gold in this game right now. So I'm going to roll, because I'm sure I'll come up with adventures that it will be something. So she is going to get 4 experience points. Good. I get to rewrite his character sheet, and he is going to get 3 of 20. All right. So Imrie is back, and I even had someone say in a comment that they would like to see Imrie's story, and so will I, and I love it that Imrie is back. So Imrie is back. We are going to end this quick session tonight. This will probably be session 7.5 or something. Again, hey guys, thanks for my channel, following my channel, and hopefully I'll get a couple more videos up during the week. I really want to be consistent. Oh, and by the way, there is a channel. It's oh man, is it TTRPG Jared, I think. And one of the things he's looking at doing for the month of April is a sesh-a-thon, he calls it. Might want to come up with a name, maybe solo-a-thon. But what he's going to do is, he has a solo channel where he talks about different things involving solo, and I think I might take on his challenge, and that is to do a solo session every day in April. Kind of go along with him doing the map 23 and other type of stuff that's come along. And I think he's trying to get, get people out solo, and he has a nice channel, and I watch it all the time. And so if you can, follow him, give him a like. If you can, tell him I sent you. Greg, that's how I rolled it. I sent you to him. And so anyway, if you're looking to solo and you want to really jump in, in 2 days, we're starting, if I do it, starting April 1st, sesh-a-thon, which I think it probably calls solo-a-thon. I think what I'll do is I'll end up starting that and see if I can't publish one every day in April. See if we can do that. So, hey everyone, thanks and have a great day.